I think we're going. In theory.
I'll see if I can check.
I think we're out there. Let's see here. Anybody coming on? Yeah, there's some people on there. Yeah, we're good. Okay, well, hello and happy Tuesday. Welcome to our very first. I guess this is our very first marriage podcast, which is wild.
Yeah, but on the one.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I'm our very first marriage podcast.
Talking to yourself.
Yeah, well, no, I was here, but anyway, hello and welcome, and I see you signing on. Tell us who you are, where you're from. Good morning, Terry. We love you. Good morning today.
Hey, Terry.
And it's a great day. It's a great day. It's early. What did Robin Williams say in the Good Morning Vietnam? He says, "Hey, it's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early." But it's not too early here. But for some people out west and some different places,
I saw someone yesterday say it was going to be, I think, 5:30 a.m. by them.
5:30, which is nuts. But I think they're supposed to be getting up for it. I don't know if they're up for it or not. So, hello. Good morning, Reese. Good morning. See different people. Good morning. Hey, there they are. Busby's are up at 5:30 West Coast.
They did make it.
They did make it. Good. Well, now we're having church, everybody. Now we're having church. But hello to you on Instagram. Hey, Dre, my buddy. I'm going to cry. Dre, I love you, man. I love you. My best buddy is on. Oh man, we got Crispy Boys.
Yours lights up.
Yeah, mine does light up. Krispy Kreme coffee today. Let me see if I can get it in my little there. It's right there. So the hot light is on. Oh, so it's only hot because it's only filled up that much? Is that what it is? That's awesome.
I should have filled it more. It's a big mug.
It is. So good. So glad you can see us and that you can hear us. We are very excited about today. I have so much to share. And just listen. Okay, so good morning, Mwineraburu. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lafim. I like that. Lafim Nikisha. I like that there. Good morning. From LA, another early riser. Good morning. Okay, good. Listen, this is for single folks. This is for married folks. This is for divorced folks. This is for people thinking about getting married, thinking about getting divorced. It's a time of encouragement, and share that out, tweet that out. Do people still, can you tweet on X?
I don't know.
Did somebody say you X that out? Yeah, somebody X that out, re-X this or whatever it is.
That's funny.
But I'm so glad that you all are on with us today, and some of you watching live. We're out. Oh, so you're not just the only one seeing. You maybe say, "I'm only the only one here on Instagram, only one here on whatever." Well, it's going out over multiple platforms. So greetings to all of you across Facebook, across YouTube, and across Instagram. Greetings to you live. Greetings to you replay. And it catch as much as you can today. But I will tell you. The thing you want to hang around for is something very special, which the format of this is we have not talked today. We have not done our everyday morning debrief with each other on how are you, checking in. We are doing all of that live. The biggest thing that we've not done and what you want to hang around.
No, we did brush our teeth.
Yeah, yeah, we did brush our teeth.
The biggest
somehow I'm in your camera, and I don't want to be in your camera.
Well, just keep your hands close.
Hey, Will, good morning. Good morning. I'll be close and I'll talk like this today. Anyway, we'll work on that. Again, this is our first one. But the biggest thing we're going to do, and you want to hang around for it if you can, or you want to come back and watch it later. Connie and I, we might as well be naked sitting here. Somebody said, "God, Pastor, please no. Please no. You don't know that. Don't knock it till you try it. I mean, furry is not all bad, you know." Say, Pastor, the furry is not what I'm concerned about. But we do not get out of bed. We do not start our day until we bless each other. And we have not done that today. We have not taken a moment to just pray over each other. Hey, David, good morning. Good morning. I know, wipe the sleep out of your eyes. Tell me about it. So the last thing that's going to happen here in the next 45 minutes or whatever, and again, catch it where you can catch it, is we are going to do that blessing. And I'm going to pray over Connie and bless her today. And she's going to pray over me and we're gonna end that this session today. And so we're gonna do a little bit of explaining, which we won't be doing. This is a 6-episode season. It'll be every Tuesday, come hell or high water, 8:30 a.m. East. Is that funny to you?
I'm trying to figure out which is going to come first.
Yeah, I think the hell's already here. But the next weeks won't have our all the intro and all that other kind of stuff. Oh man, they got family connections on today. This is good. So we'll be more to the format, which let's talk about the format first and foremost. This is the show, right? Coffee with her. That's what we're doing here. Don't look at my answers.
I was going to say, well, you're all on my camera.
Well, you stay out of my business. Anyway, this is it's gonna be a blessing. So let me start here. The reason I got on social media, I mean, somebody told me about MySpace, I don't know, 15 years ago, and I had somebody said, I'll set you up a MySpace page and you can put your music on or whatever you were doing. It was a long time ago.
It was probably about 06.
Yeah, somewhere in there, yeah. And then somebody told me about Facebook, and the only reason I was ever on social media was an extension of pastoring, was an extension of sharing more of our lives. Somebody say, why do you share so much? Well, if you know us, if you know anything about us, our ministry, you know that when I felt called to ministry, I did not feel called to grand spectacularity. I felt called to fanatical practicality. And called, I don't even know if I believe in that idea anymore. I can just tell you the way God made me and put me in the earth, combined with all the DNA drips that came down through the generations, combined with my experience and exposure, combined and mixed together with my trauma and my fears or whatever it is, it has led me to a place that I think the greatest thing I could ever offer to anyone in ministry is to say, this is a way to live, or this is an idea about life. And I find that the gap between the pulpit and the pew, the front row of the church, it was only 10 feet from the podium to the front row. It's 10 feet in church. It's 100 miles outside of church. And so that's why we're here. And so here in this podcast, we're starting, and it's live, and it'll be available via replay. And if you're just joining us, this is the very first one, and this is going to be a powerful time of ministry and encouragement. You'll see we're in our bedroom. And somebody said, why in the world would you broadcast from your bedroom? Why would you want anybody knowing what the inside of your bedroom looks like? I mean, people could track you down. You're not going to be able to track me down because this won't be my bedroom in a couple of weeks. But this is, hey, Casa, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Eva, hey, my family's on today. This is wonderful. Kasasa, Daniel. Okay, gosh. We got people from all over tuning in, baby. This is beautiful. We got east, west, and everything in between and around us. You have to forgive my eyes. I'm reading from across. You read.
I will read. Yeah. I will check in on them.
Okay. Anyway, why are you in your bedroom? Because, listen, we weren't even going to be dressed. I mean, we were going to have clothes on, but we were just going to she has her little nightgown, and I have my little, my kerchief, right? And I guess Mom was in her kerchief, and I have my cap, right? Yeah. And the only thing we agreed to was brushing our teeth, because we realized that the richness of our lives, so much that we never share with anybody, is early in the morning. And so that's what this is. This is an extension of our lives, and it promises to be nothing else other than us. But there is a format to it, and the format is each week Connie and I come with one of these. She has not seen mine. I have not seen hers. I'll show you yours if you show me mine. Wait a minute. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And there are three things to this podcast. Number one, we're going to ask something. We're going to ask something that we've never asked each other before. Number two, we're going to share something with each other that we've never shared. And it's not necessarily personal, not necessarily intimate, but it could be. And we don't know what the other has. And number three, we want to answer your questions. And so you can write us. As a matter of fact, you can write us. I could show you here. If you do have questions, you can write. You can email us at contact@michaelandconnie.com. You can email that live if it's too personal, related to marriage and relationships and family, or you can email us afterwards, and we're going to select. Each of us are going to select a question each week to ask the other and to answer, so you can get that there. All right. So the last thing I have, and again, good morning to all of you who are logging on. We're underway now officially on our very first episode, season 1, episode 1. The last thing I say is, where did you get the name of the podcast, Coffee with Her? And God, I don't know why I'm so emotional. I mean, I know why, because I love you. I love you, honey. Johnny Cash was asked, he had the song Paradise, and they asked him one time about the song Paradise, and they said, what is your definition of paradise? What is paradise to you? And he's talking about June Carter, and Johnny Cash said, coffee with her every morning. And I have discovered that is my definition of paradise. If this were my last day on earth, and somebody say, it's your last day on earth, what do you want to do? I guarantee you it starts with coffee with her in the morning. Connie and I started a conversation 24, coming up on 25 years ago, that we've not stopped. And that intimacy, that sharing of our lives, the sharing of our inner journey is very rich. It's my richest reward. And
baby,
I want to do coffee with you forever. And so that's it. So it's coffee
now
with
you
her.
have to tell me that I'm fat because
Yeah. Well, we'll get to
okay,
that. We'll get to that. Okay. So I don't know if we do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. And you can pick.
Okay. Can I say this?
You can say anything you want. It's 49%. 49% of this is yours.
First of all, well, let me start with first of all. They say your hand comes into my shot and looks like Cousin It, so you have to kind of talk with your other hand.
I think it's the thing, man. All right, I'll talk with.
I don't know. See that? There you go. So you just have to stay over on your
right.
side.
Okay, I will.
But I was going to say you are the talker, so I feel like you're going to have much more to say, and but also I have prepared my stuff based on what we have, like,
right.
Okay, do A, B, and C. I was given assignments. No, we talked about it. But I am doing this blindly because I may be completely off.
That's fine.
No.
But you'll be completely you.
But part of me says I will still share my stuff, but I feel like you sharing first, I don't know. I just feel like, I'm going to.
Well, I'll do what you say. I mean, I don't want to. Hey, John. Hey, Kurt. Good morning. Precious. Good morning. Big Jeff. Yeah. Good morning.
You go first on the first one, and then maybe I'll go first on the second one.
Well, I will tell you what. You have never said that in this bed. Because, first of all, I don't know. Of the two of us, only one of us gets a second one. So you've never said go first. Anyway, I mean, you have said go first. Yeah. Anyway. That was a bit much. Well, listen. Yeah, okay, so I'll go. Okay. Well, then I'll start with asking something. Okay, I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's ask something, share something.
Okay, I got it.
Are you?
Yes. No. Because I was going in the opposite order. But go first. Go first with what you have. No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay.
I know people are like, what are you doing?
Just stick in here. Okay. So
We've got stuff.
Are you ready? This is a big one.
Okay, you're going to ask, yeah.
Okay, here it is. Have you made peace with your weight?
Oh, this is so funny that you would say that. That is so funny. You're going to laugh at the question I ask you, though. Okay. But no, it's okay.
You better not be copying my questions, I swear.
That is a great question. First of all, before this is all new format, am I looking at the camera or am I looking at you?
This is your camera.
I know.
You can look there and talk, or you can talk to me. We don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
But I can also do this. So you can just be you, or you can talk, but whatever.
No. Okay.
I think most people are probably driving and listening, or doing makeup and listening, or whatever.
Have I made peace with my weight? I would say yes. And the reason why I say I would say yes, in the sense of there probably is, if it's like, well, I'm 10% can't, don't like my weight, and 90% at peace with it. The struggle is real.
You're in my.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Okay, so but I would say I've made peace with it. I think more so with the number and, this is who I am and this is where life is at. And I think that's easier to do at 52 than at 22 or 32. And the reason why I say it's funny, first of all, last night I was going through stuff and I found this sheet of paper that had my pregnancy weights on it, like what I weighed before I got pregnant with Olivia, what I weighed when I delivered her, what I weighed when I got pregnant with Mikey, what I weighed when I was delivering him, which was a lot more than when I was delivering Olivia, and then as I was trying to lose weight. I think more so now, I would say it would be health. I want to live a long time, so I want to work on some things health-wise. With that, my weight will come down. And B, just being comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable in clothes. Mm-hmm. And I understand having to buy bigger clothes, but also being comfortable walking, sitting, getting up, and whatnot. So that is a huge part of it. But I feel like, what is funny about that piece of paper that I shared with you yesterday on the weight thing was you pointed out before I got pregnant with Olivia, the weight I was there, I was, oh my gosh, I weigh so much. And now looking back at it going, man, I should have enjoyed that weight when I was there. But I'm really trying not to focus on weight, number, all of that. I do want to lose weight. I do want to have all my blood work and, health measures where they need to be because I want to live. I want to live a long time. But I think I'm happy with who I am despite what it says when I get on the scale.
Okay, so follow up. Since we're asking something, we're sharing something, and then hopefully if one of you have questions, follow up. There's the practical side, health, mobility, blah, mm-hmm. blah, blah. Then there's the ego side. Mm-hmm. I have watched you. You found that sheet of paper and this is what I weighed when I got pregnant with Olivia or whatever. And it was about 17, 18 pounds more than when we met, if I'm doing the numbers right. When we met, you were 103. You fell in love. You got to 98. I think you said during one of the World Changers fasts, you got down to 92 pounds. I remember when we first got married, I was like, I would be folding the laundry. I'm like, what child? Is your niece here with her little kid clothes? I mean, that's how small you were. And you were fixated on your size.
That's a good word, fixated.
You were fixated.
I think it was fixated, yes.
And I don't know how much, if you say you're not at blood work piece, mobility piece, having stuff to wear piece. I understand those things. But yeah. When
I say, okay, there may be remnants, I'm sure I will bring up, golly, I, want to lose weight, or I wish I looked better in, shorts or whatever that is. I know you, I'll say this, and this is very interesting. Let me say this, just to you, I was going to say at home or wherever you may be. This whole format, this is, we talk all the time, like Mike said, and what I'm realizing as we get into this being our first one, is continuing our conversation without there's people watching. The reason why I say that is
there's nobody here.
Because I realize the intimacy that you and I share. That's what we talked about bringing to this format. So the intimacy that we share, but it's kind of like getting in the rhythm of letting everything flow. So it's very interesting that you say about the fixating, because I was fixated. And when I say, well, maybe I'll still look at it and want to look better, I think I've become, like you say, peace.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to the place of I love me. And I think that's a big part of it, loving myself versus, like you say, the ego part. But as you were talking, this is where I realized kind of like I have always, even teenager, everything, had this thing about wanting to be small.
You have.
And I'm now, as you're talking, and this is where I say the intimacy, just me and you sharing, because we do this so much, you and I, in our conversations. The intimacy, the idea of where in my childhood does that come from?
Yeah. Because there's a generic thing for women. There's a generic thing for men. Don't ever think men are not bullied about their weight. They are. Mm-hmm. But 100%. Yeah, but in your specific, there's the general thing. Yeah.
It's kind of like right here, real time. This is coming out that
Just talk to me.
I'm seeing that there is something in my childhood that I did not want to be big. I did not want to, like, I was short, kind of, I think I felt like just small. I just wanted to be small. And not that I'm large in comparison or anything like that, but anything that was not tiny was something that I fought against. But I realized, as I'm sitting here talking and everything, I realized that just loving me and being at peace with who I am, that there's other roots to that. And for whatever reason, it could have been things I heard when I was growing up, negative towards people that were, overweight. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, it was, I just have to be small. Anyways, where I was going was the body, there's a word for it, where you're not, you don't see yourself.
Like dysmorphia?
Dysmorphia. Uh-huh. And I was never anorexic. I was never anorexic. I was never bulimic. But I did, to a degree, see myself as bigger than what I was. Mm-hmm. Always, the dysmorphia was there. And always seeing myself bigger than I was. But now when I look back, and there is something out of my childhood that stems from.
Well, my mom used to tell me, she said, Mike, I spent my whole life hiding photographs. You know my mother. Yeah. You could not get her in a photograph. She was skinny. But she said, every photo I took in my 20s and 30s, I hated. And she said, I look back, and you and her used to fight about your weight all the time, where she would say, how much did you weigh when you had your first child?
Oh, yeah, we used to have that little...
Like, well, I did this, and I did that, just that... that
just banter,
jiving or whatever it is, and I and she said, Mike, all the photos. She said, I look at myself now, and I look back at the photos I never wanted displayed, and she says, I look pretty doggone good, and that's the thing, and she was telling me that, and to me, and what's so funny is, I'm a very skinny person. If you look at our children. Our children are rail thin. Mm-hmm. That is our natural build. Like Dewey Oxberger said in Stripes, I've swallowed a lot of emotion and a whole lot of pepperoni pizza. I eat my childhood anxiety. I manage life through the comfort of this satiation, this indulgence of, I manage my stress, my headaches, the noise in my head by chewing, right? But my mom told me, she said one time her dad said something when she was 13 years old, just something in passing. She was walking out of the basement. He says, you're getting a little fat, girl. And she said that scarred her for the rest of her life. And then when she quit smoking, which I'm actually thinking about starting smoking, she quit smoking and lost 50 pounds. I gained 50 pounds. I'm thinking if I start smoking, you're laughing. Well, so this would be a bigger thing, but But you, and we got to move on because we got other topics. I'm going to give us 2 more minutes on this. But no matter how small you got, there were parts of you that you couldn't shrink proportionally. Because when you were 98 pounds, like the first 6 weeks of we met, 54 of those pounds were between your navel and your thigh, right? I mean, that's where all your weight. You hated you didn't like your breasts. You didn't like their size. You didn't like their shape. You didn't like your legs, your thighs, your butt. And you were saying that at 104. And what's so funny is now you say, man, I look at myself and I hate the way these shorts feel. I hate the way these shorts look. But it's still the same thing. When I met you, you had 6-pack abs. You were 103, 104 pounds. And I think your abs are still there underneath there.
Somewhere down there,
yep. You have to know. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not a liar. I see that you've put on weight. I see. I watched you paint your toes or dry your legs off of the shower. I see you have a little pot belly that you've never had before. I see when you put on shorts, you're like, this and that. And my message has always been the same. But there's only so far you can hide. There's only so far you can run.
That is it.
Do you think I am at peace with what you weigh and what you have ever weighed?
100%.
Good.
100%.
Good.
Never in my mind is there ever a question, does Mike find me attractive even though I've put on weight? Does Mike is Mike turned off because I've put on weight? Mm-mm. You have never one time made me feel that way. When I thought I was big and I wasn't, when I was pregnant, you never made me. And now, at the largest, like I was pregnant with Mikey. What did you tell me when I showed you that piece of paper yesterday? That I could deliver, I meant the weight. You could give birth to Mikey
now. You're Mikey baby weight. So I love you in shorts. I love that you spill out of your shorts. I do love a country breakfast. I like to pop
sop it up.
Yeah, pop a can of biscuits and just pop out of there. But it's not a fetish. It's not a perversion. It's just
you love me.
Yeah. And when before I met you, they're like, you got to meet this girl. She looks so great in a bikini. She's got a 6-pack. Blah 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 blah. All I can think about is what nude beach can I get you on? Mm-hmm. What bikini can I get you in? And I just think that it transcends. And I see you, and I think I'm going to ask her that because when you showed me that piece of paper last night, I almost said to you right then, hey, and I said, no, we have a podcast. I'm going to save it and ask that question then. So this would have been a late night bed question, and it's an early morning podcast. Okay, done. What do you got?
Okay, well, I can ask you a question based off your question. It's not the question on my sheet, but do you feel like I have made peace or gotten closer without the fixation on
of your? Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah, 100%.
Because I feel, and I don't want to be deceived.
No, 100%. Okay. I mean. You want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. We want to walk. We want to.
I would love to look like with the. I watch the Olympics when they're on. I'm like, man, that would be nice. But beside that,
100%, 100%. Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
This is so funny. So part of what we're doing here is sharing. We try to give things that couples or relationships can talk and share about, and that can be very deep, questions, or just sharing anything about our lives because that creates intimacy. My question to you is, what is your favorite season, if you have one, and why? Are there events that happen during that season that you enjoy? Are there special memories that you have? Is it the nature part? And I know you're a huge nature person, so just. And I know when I get asked questions, what is your favorite? Mikey always says, what is your favorite this? What is your favorite? It's hard for me to have a favorite. So you can maybe just expound on it.
First of all, I have to say, somebody just commented, can I say as a black woman, this is to you. I guess you were the perfect size to all of us. It was the topic of conversation for the Sisters of CJAX Big Booty Girls. Well, there it is. I mean, when you're right, you're right. Because at our church was predominantly 95%, 98% black, I guess. And it should have occurred to me when 4 different mothers in the church said, you should see this girl in a bathing suit. She's got a nice backside. They were speaking of a certain, so anyway, so they, anyway, but people come in all shapes and sizes across all faces and places, but that is really funny. So your backside was the topic of conversation.
That is hilarious.
It certainly is in my head. Okay, I'll tell you, I have a simple answer to this. I don't have a favorite season. I'm a roamer and a wrangler, and I guess I always will. Right? Heard it in a love song. The change of seasons is what I like. My favorite season is the first snap of fall air. My favorite season is the first signs of the stillness of winter. My favorite season is that week or 3 where the sprigs are coming on. And my favorite season is, my God, do you feel that heat on your body? I have about,
because you want me to take my clothes off.
Yes, I do. I have about 13 weeks, but they're not a season. It's
That's
3
really
weeks. The first 3 weeks of where I'm sure fall is set in, and it's probably the middle 3 weeks of fall where it's clear, the middle 3 weeks of winter, the middle 3 weeks of spring, and the middle 3 weeks of summer. Boom, done, roasted.
Okay,
done. Yeah. What about you?
Season wise, I've always liked fall. Fall has always been. Now I grew up north, and there was the change of seasons, the colors, the start of school was always a big thing. Even as a kid, there's a feeling with, even in grade school, at the start of school, I used to run cross country, and that was in the fall, and we were outside. I loved that. Fall probably still is, especially since we've moved back to Georgia and have more of a change of season and whatnot, the crispness of the air and whatnot. But I've learned to, and my summer birthday is in the summer. I love warm weather. I love being outside. So I've always liked that, but there's something about fall. I think I've come to appreciate spring as I've gotten older.
So you have the same answer.
I told you I might not have one.
No, but I'm saying think of that.
Yeah.
Think of that thing. Until you asked me what's my favorite season, I probably would have said fall. But fall is wonderful. But then when I take the dog out and everything is dead, and it's not really dead in winter, and the sky, and I have my little viewing of the winter sky.
Yeah, you love that.
But then, I can feel spring.
The aliveness, the green.
It's a dance. It's a cycle. It's a cosmic feeling inside of us that we're all. And really, now that you and I have entered into fall season of our lives, we're getting ready just to get pretty now.
Yeah.
I don't even think we're in the middle 3 weeks yet. But okay, I love that. That's a good one. All right, you got to go next. All right. Okay. So that was something to ask, something to share. We've got about 20 minutes. We're doing good.
Okay.
Because I want to bless you. I have not spoken over you, and I'm not letting you out of this bedroom.
Okay. So Mike said, we're going to share stuff about us. Tell me something about you that I might not know. And that, for days, I thought,
and it doesn't just have to be something about you. It can be something about the world, an article you read, anything, yeah.
But because I've got this, I'll share it. It'll be brief. It's nothing huge. But it'll give you already know this about me when I say it, in the sense of, because it's like, okay, what about me does he not know? Because anything that I would have, like, oh my gosh, did you know this? I would share. And even as I was thinking things, I would just keep spilling stuff and sharing with you something I thought of. But last night when we were going through stuff, I showed you my, this wasn't my thing, but in 1983, I was 5th bowler of the year.
That's awesome.
I don't think you ever knew that about me, but I found the Seaway Lanes.
Okay, is that where you worked?
No, is the no. In high school, no. But I was like 1983. I was 7, not 7, 9 or 10 because it was in the But the fact that I remember winning that, it was just so amazing. But that wasn't the thing I was going to share. But it's very difficult because there's so much we talk about. And this is so weird, but I have 2 favorite colors, and I didn't bring you on here to test you to see if you know my 2 favorite. That's not my point. But if you want to take a guess,
I will take a guess. I will take a guess. And this is so difficult. Olivia, our daughter, has met someone, and I don't know if she told you this the other day. Her boyfriend was like, I should know this about you, but I think your favorite color is purple.
Yeah, she did tell me that.
And she's like, well, yeah, it is kind of. She said, I just tell people that because you have to have a favorite color. And she says, but really, I like a ton of different colors. And he's like, okay, so is that an answer or not? So, and you know,
I'm not good at that
Elton
kind of
John
questions.
talked about, you know, in your song, excuse me for getting, I guess it was Bernie Taupin. It's your eyes, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. And it's amazing how there's things about your partner that you just, it's like, oh yeah, what is their thing? So this is, our love is great, even if I say the complete two wrong colors. Is yellow one of them?
Yes.
Okay. Is blue another one?
Navy blue.
Navy blue. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
So that is the whole point of me saying this is not about my favorite color.
Okay.
Because there's a point behind this. Navy blue has the richness, the deepness. Like you think you go out on a cruise ship and you see that deep blue.
Oh yeah, that ocean deep blue. Yeah.
But when I see navy blue, I see, you know, maybe a piece of clothing or something navy. There's just something that hits to the core of me. It's just like, it's been like that for decades. And then yellow, as I got older, yellow. And you always tell me about...
Yellow is your spirit color. That's you. Your sun. You are the color of sun. That's your aura. Yeah. You emit sunshine.
The sun, everything. There's just, I love yellow. But this is the reason why I share this. As I was thinking about this, I love the color yellow. But I'm not a fan of the color orange. But then I started thinking about it.
It's because you're a colorist.
But can I tell you? There's nothing wrong with orange. Then I started feeling bad because orange is such a nice color. But orange is not as close as yellow and orange are together. That orange, you would think, well, you like yellow, you must like orange. There's something about yellow that's so bright. But orange falls way down the list for me. And I don't know what then I started feeling bad that I didn't like the color orange, but I don't.
Maybe whoever scarred you about your weight
scared me.
You were wearing something orange that day.
But yellow,
and they were like, oh my God, you look terrible. So, and you were like, oh my God, look at you fat cow.
But yellow is, I think, my spirit color. Because
so you just have orange. Is orange cringe to you, or is orange?
Sometimes it can be.
That's why.
And then I started feeling bad about it. But yeah, but sometimes orange can be cringe. Now, doesn't mean like some flowers that are orange. I love blah blah blah.
So God's colors, they're not completely. You're not despising all of God's colors.
You know, some people are pink people but don't like purple, or vice versa, or you know.
You have that orange sundress or whatever that little.
I will wear orange clothes. That's not.
Well,
it's not cringe. When
I tell you, oh my gosh, you look great in this.
I like that orange dress. Okay. I do. I am saying there's certain things about orange that you would think that because I love yellow, that orange would be the same. I told you there's just something strange about it.
I learned something new today. All right, here we go. This is a big one. They're all big ones to me. Yeah. That's what she said.
I feel.
Okay, so here it is. I read online there's a Harvard study about relationship strength. And I'm going to read you the summary. It's on my phone here, and I'm going to read you the summary. Okay, here we go. Listen to this.
Someone said struggling with orange during Halloween.
I know. At Halloween, you love Halloween. Oh, that's right. Here we go. A Harvard study of 724 couples who made it past 30 years revealed something surprising, it says. It wasn't love, sex, or the kids that kept them together. It was their ability to tolerate the same things in each other over and over again.
Wow.
The couples who divorced thought, this habit drives me crazy, but I can fix it by leaving. The ones who stayed said of their partner, this is who they are. And I love them for who they are. There was a myth. And the myth was that long marriages resolve every conflict. But the couples that lasted for 30 plus years said they didn't really dig into that. They learned to let go, not suppress this thing, but to release it. You forgot again. I can't believe you said the wrong thing again. Short-term couples turn that into a big issue. My God, you're forgetting again. But long-term couples let it slide because they chose peace over being right. The real skill was quick emotional recovery, according to the study. It's not about never fighting. It's about bouncing back fast. I love this. He snapped 2 hours ago, and now he's hugging her. She forgot this again, and now they're back together or whatever. No pride. No, you do it first. They say the marriage that lasts in the marriages that last, the winner isn't the one who's right. It's the one who comes back first. Now we know about bids. Like I'm throwing out the peace thing.
This is so good.
So I'm supposed to bring something to share at the podcast.
You bring a lot better stuff than
No. The strongest couples weren't bonded by we have everything in common. They were bonded by we are facing this world together. We're in a shared struggle, whether it be through poverty or through family things or building something together. Their shared hatred for things that oppress or that are harmful. Anything that puts them on the same team. Couples without that external pressure that didn't have something to engage in battle together, they were likely to drift apart. The biggest truth was this, the study said. Every long-term marriage had a moment where they were ready to call it quits, but they didn't, not because they couldn't, but because they gave it more time. The most common answer was, I decided to just do nothing. And when I did that, things began to shift because most marriage crises die off. Wow. Yeah, so...
Golly. I mean, you came heavy, but I didn't expect anything less.
So here's the thing. I think about the thing. Here's the thing. Now, I'm going to take a twist on it, but here's my first thought as we wrap up and we're going to get ready to do the blessing.
And I didn't even get to.
Minute.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't get to what?
I have the other thing, but I guess we'll share for the next. Like I have. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you have something else?
I thought we had 3 areas.
We have something to ask and learn about each other, something to share with each other.
Okay.
And then there's questions from the audience.
Okay, then I will share my other thing for next time. Seriously.
Okay. What? But if you want to do it,
no,
okay,
because it'll take longer.
No. Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. We're new, if you can't tell. So here it is. This thing of couples that tolerate the same thing over and over again. And here's what I wrote down. It is true that we tolerate the same frustration over and over again, and we have fought those battles and fought those battles and fought those battles. We have created safety boundaries in those battles. We have learned to decompress from those battles. And I'm not sure, I mean, there has been changes, but it has been a long time of waiting in many areas for us for growth. But I think for couples that say, I'm tolerating a thing that my partner won't change, there's another part, which is there are some things they may not acknowledge, but they're the good things that they learn to rely on. So it's not a matter of just my husband does the same thing over and over again, and a long-term couple just learns he's not going to pick up his towel. She's not going to, she's going to be messy or whatever it is. That's, I think, part of it. But the other part, the unspoken part is she, as frustrating as she is, she brings a consistent good into the life. As awful as he is, he's just so this, he's so that. He brings a consistent good. And we're not commenting on the good, but we're relying on it. Now, again, a story from my mom. She said, there was a guy who worked at a company for 30 years and he finally retired. And when he retired, he was just a guy that worked. He wasn't like a major player or whatever, just a peripheral player. But when he retired on that Friday, and people came in to work that Monday, and the lights in the building weren't on, and the doors weren't propped open, and the coffee machine wasn't going, and nobody had realized until he was gone all of the things that he had done. That, oh my gosh, who didn't turn the lights on? Well, who didn't turn the lights on, and that to me is the real truth. That if I stop, it's. The things about you that frustrate me, they stop me in my tracks. But if I pause and step outside and look at all the ways you love me and care for me and nurture me and support me and encourage me, and I mean, right here, what we're doing. Can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? Can I help you with this? Blah, 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 blah. I rely on that. And what I think long-term couples may do subconsciously from an evolutionary standpoint is this person is infusing support. And they're not only consistent in the things that frustrate, they're consistent in the things that enrich. And I think we metabolize the things that enrich as though they're the norm, as though they're to be taken for granted. But we get verbal about the things that frustrate. But I don't even think it's a delicate balance. Now, we're not talking abuse. We're not talking serial adultery. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is what most couples, he doesn't spin, she doesn't this, but we don't see the strength of the person. But we fixate. The enemy of our souls wants to pick that same sore. But baby, you turn the lights on for me. You're the coffee fairy. You're the first one taking notes. You're the first one after I preach a sermon to go, that was so good. And do I look around and I go, I'm looking at your desk right now. It's piled high with stuff. Every corner of my bedroom, our bedroom, you got stuff piled. I said, that frustrates me. Long-term couples tolerate the frustration. I don't know if that's the whole truth. Long-term couples are married to a frustrating partner who is also simultaneously on another dimension, infusing the relationship with such richness that it's the richness that a person says, I don't want to abandon this richness for the sake of that which annoys. Okay, that's my thing. Go ahead.
Okay.
You have the floor.
First of all, when you started talking, it reminded me of when you taught on quick recovery time, QRT. And there is a factor to that with long-term couples that they don't go, days or even, very long without talking or reconnecting. This thing about the consistency of good, I was thinking as you were talking, it's like you can get one bad review on a restaurant or, one negative comment on a sermon, anything like that. You could get 200 positive things, but that one will keep you up at night. And it's the same way in that there could be fewer things that irritate, nag, whatnot, but all the good that comes from a partner. And as you were talking, I was thinking the same, I can say the same to you, that you bring so much good. We are wired very differently. You are carry the vision forward. Not that you aren't boots on the ground making things. I mean, the technology things you set up, all the podcast. But my point is, I could just sit and, if I had a filing job, I could just sit and file all day long, whereas you've got to think about the world and how to move the things forward. But my point is, there is so much that you do day in and day out to bring good into my life. You're always taking care of me, making sure everything, we fall asleep on the couch, you make sure everything gets brought back. If I had my pillow on, I had the pillow on.
I come out and of getting ready before, and you're on the couch sitting in your princess position.
You always bring my robe to me. You don't have your blanket.
You don't have your robe. You don't have your pillow. You don't have my pillow. You don't have anything. You are propped up. And here's what I know. You're the hub of the house. You keep every part of us functioning, not only the four of us, but my dad and the dog and all of that. And I think you have earned to veg out completely. And here come with the robe. Here come this. And what's so funny to me is you go, oh, would you bring my pillow? Like, I don't bring your pillow every night.
You do every night, and I still say it.
But here's the larger point is what I'm making is, in my small self, I think, my God, is she ever going to bring my pillow to the thing one time? And that's where we get trapped. Because you decorate my life, Kenny. Or maybe I've been Lionel Richie. I don't know. But you don't just decorate my life. From pins to paper, you contribute so much to our partnership, so much to keeping this thing going. Whether you're in the engine room and I'm steering, or I'm mopping the deck and you contribute so much. But what happens is, it's like, do you know what? I bring her a pillow every night. She can't take one GD time just to get off her fat blanket and da-da-da. I say fat like it's pejorative. Like I have to say, she can't take one time to get off that delicious can of biscuits or whatever it is. And it's just deception. It's not reality. That is not the state. The state of our marriage is not, do you know what she never does for me? That is the bullcrap state of facts. Well, you're telling me these aren't facts? I'm not saying they're not facts. They're not truth. And we lose it because we don't realize how much the other person is bringing into, and you don't know it until they're no longer with the company. And then all of a sudden,
golly, you're going to make me cry. It's also that to look at you and say, this is something that, is he ever going to do this? I can't stand when this happens, blah, blah, blah. But to have the self-realization that you have things that you think about me that I'm falling short in. We can focus on the other person.
Yeah, I don't know if I do or not, but I'm saying, yeah.
No, my point is a spouse could focus on the other person and where they're falling short and not even realize, oh, wait, I could bring the pillow.
That's it.
And I know you didn't say that, but
that's it. That's it. It's now you've taken it deeper, because it's not, there she is sitting there again, and I can't even do it because you make my world, my life. You're 3 parts best friend, 1 part lover, which is a whole thing. But the nurturing part, you nurture me as a man. Feminine energy, masculine energy, what even that is that. Marriage requires a nurturing component. I have to nurture you. When I tell you, put your head on my chest, and I hold you, and I paint a vision, and I breathe into you, or with what we've been going through recently, the pressure has been so insane, we have said that we're going to stop, that whenever we see each other through this day or whatever, just if you need to grab for a 20-second hug, we have no room to rest or to sit down. As a matter of fact, we weren't going to do this, and we said, the devil is, hell no. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop ministering and pouring into people just because we're going through stuff. No way. We have to push back. But when I'm in not my masculine energy of production and protection, because you are just as powerful to protect and to produce. But there's a shield energy in a marriage. There's a nurturing energy. There's a motivational. There's a comfort. What does Solomon say? There's a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. There's a time to say, I get it and it sucks and let me hold you. What we call in our house titty time. There's just something about laying on your breasts and breathing that in, laying my head on your womb where life comes forth, and just listening to that rhythm, or you laying on my chest or in the strength of my arms and my shoulders. There is nurturing energy. There's protective energy. There's productive energy. There's partnering energy. Neither is masculine nor feminine per se. Because I don't want to say, well, you got to take care of me and baby me. I don't want a man that I've got to raise and be his therapist. I don't know who has a marriage that they're not the other person's pseudo therapist and first talk or whatever. But you enrich my life. But there's something about human blindness. It's the whole Hebrew story, the Jewish story of what happened in the wilderness. Was that factual or not? It doesn't matter. It's a human story. And what is the human story? People can have a miracle, and then 5 minutes later, it sucks. They can't see what's happening good. They can only see what's bad. And I think that at one level, it's like they just tolerate the bad. I don't know if any long-term marriage that tolerates the bad or the frustrating. I think all long-term marriages, the frustrating is a little piece of the top, but the core of it is this person cares and cares for me. Mm-hmm. Okay. You got okay.
No.
Say so because I got no. If you sure?
I was just going to say sometimes that there are things that in a person you can see as a negative, but it also could be their positive and their strength.
That's true. And don't ask your ox to fly to the top of the tree. Don't ask your bird to carry your plow. Don't ask your fish to whatever the fish does.
Don't ask the fish to fly, maybe?
Don't ask the fish to fly, yeah.
Okay, that's all I was going to say. Please go on.
Kenobi be like, oh, there's this thing as flying fish. I saw it. He's an idiot. He's the town fool.
He's
so
cute.
Jay Shetty, the wonderful Jay Shetty, said this. So there's only 2 questions in a relationship. You want to know of your partner, will they make the investment in themselves to heal? Will they do the healing work? And the question is, will she do the healing work? And does he have patience while she does that work? will he do the healing work? And will she have patience while he does that work? And I wrote down this. Healing is complex because there's healing from the pre-us. There's healing from the mid-us. Sometimes in a marriage, it dissolves. There's healing in a post-us. Mm-hmm. So that's the healing side. But there's a patience to even the healing, which is how long does it take for a person to even realize they have a blindness or an illness? So Serge says, I can be patient if you're healing. Healing from what? I don't have a problem. It takes a long time to even realize that there's a problem. So I said to you not too long ago about your birthday, I have realized in my 51st year how outsized my personality is. I'm the biggest and the largest, right?
And I love it about you.
I don't mean to be this way. I don't mean to fill up a room. I don't mean to have an opinion. I don't mean to nudge or whatever. It's just, it's me, and it's bad, and I don't want it. I don't want to have discussions where you feel like I've covered all the exits and all you can do is stand there and that the only answer is to admit that Mike is right. I don't want to have a relationship with my children where when we have a discussion, I'll listen to you, but at the end of the day, the answer is this. I don't want to be that person. So when it was your birthday, and I was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And you're thinking, well, I might want to go here, or I might want to go to this restaurant, or I might want to go to that restaurant. The first thing that pops up in me is, oh, I would much prefer this restaurant over that restaurant. And there's a darkness in me that's covered in light, right, David Brothers? There's a darkness, and I'm frightened by those that don't see it. There's a darkness within me that's covered in light. In my small self, I think, oh, she said she wants to go to Chewy's, or maybe she wants to go to breakfast at the Egg Harbor or whatever. And I go, Chewy sounds good. How can my small self make little tiny nudges? Pick a card, any card. But when I see your hand coming, I slow down or speed up to get you to select the card. It's called a force. I don't know what combination of trauma or personality that comes from. But to frame it as, will I heal from my outsized personality, and do you have patience with it? It's kind of a heal. What do you mean heal? And we say, I can stay with you, but you're not doing the work. I'm not the one in need of the work. So here is my thought. In all respect to the great Jay Shetty. And I'm not minimizing this, but the idea that this is what I wrote down. It takes patience for each person to even realize how wounded they are. When the Bible talks about original sin, what it's talking about is innocence. And the Hebrew concept of that is woundedness. That no one is innocent because no one is unwounded. Gabor Matt was talking about, and I don't want to get into this, and this is a trigger warning of sexual assault or whatever, but was talking to Mel Robbins, and Gabor Matt, we read and studied and things like that, and he's just he's a brilliant guy. But she was talking about when a cousin touched her when she was younger, and she said, I think I have trauma from that, and he said, that's not the trauma. He said, who did you tell? She said, I told no one. He said, there's the trauma. Because, and you and I have taught this before, it's in our book. Everybody goes into trauma with a certain level of support, soul support network. Then they go through the trauma and they come out of that trauma with a certain level of soul support network. And it's the depleted soul support network and the lacking soul support network on the other side of that doesn't allow a person to isolate and to carve off that thing. Neither here nor there. But am I wounded? Yes. But how long? We've been married almost 24 years. At the time that I told you on your birthday, I am doing everything in me not to let my small self overshadow your birthday. And for you to think it was your idea. That's a darkness I don't want in. Why 51? Why 24? The other part of woundedness is this. The patience to realize there's need of healing is what you thought was great in a man What you thought I was great came out of a woundedness that I'm convinced, I told you a decade ago, I'm not sure how great I am, just so much that I happen to be in the place I was in line. I was just better than the rest. It's like outrunning the bear. You think you can outrun that bear? I just got to outrun you. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just got to outrun you. I don't really have to be a great person. I just got to be less bad than. And then you say as a person, oh my God, I'm attracted to things that are not healthy for me. They're just an expression of my wounding. But yet we're married. And now what do? Do we blow up our whole family because of that? I mean, there's a lot to this, more than we can get into the show. But this is my last point, and then I'll let you close, and then I want to bless you. And please hang around. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak the blessing I speak over my wife every day. I'm going to do it now. I've not blessed you today, but I'm not letting you go anywhere without it. Here's what I wrote down. Healing, the idea of it's a modern luxury. I don't think my grandparents.
Oh no,
healing. Yeah. I'll be patient with you while you, as long as you're healing. What the bleep is that? Healing is the modern concept, but patience.
Gosh, that's so good. That's so good.
Humans in love learned the virtue, the transcendent virtue of patience before they was even aware that so and so was hurt. And that's. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I
know we gotta pray.
No, it's on you.
All I've got to say is you've said so many things. I don't even know how or when we can unpack these things because there's so much.
We don't talk, but this is what we'd be talking. I'd be talking about this. I would be talking about this naked, but I'm choosing to talk to you about it on the podcast.
Listen, we each have notes in our phone that we call them our bath talks because we just put things in to share when we get together just to sit and talk. Michael, it's beautiful what you have just shared. I mean, it's going to take me days, probably until we meet again next week, to unpack so much of in general, human, what you said, in our own relationship, what you've said.
Yeah.
You did share that on my birthday, which was just, you are a beautiful human being. You're a beautiful human being for so many reasons.
I want to be.
But to do the work of self-understanding, self-realization, wanting to be a better person, I tell you all the time, you inspire me. I see you were talking on Sunday just about how you go about just asking people, seeing their humanity, helping, sharing, even when you're dealing with what you're doing. Yeah. But even when you're on top, you always stop to ask somebody, how they're doing or just, And I tell you, I try to go and do, because you inspire me to see people at such a human level. That's one part. But to try and see your own self and want to be better. Yeah. There's so much in that.
It's your sunshine yellow aura. It's your pure goodness. I told you the first week we met, I don't think I can be with you. I told you, I think at Atlanta Bread Company, I think you're too good. You're too pure. And you're like, what? You're the preacher. And I'm like, no. But I think I probably, if there was a defect of corruptness in who I married, I think I would have crushed her. But your base goodness, your base Snoopy, Tiny Chef,
I love Tiny Chef.
Morph, Curious George, and he's a mischievous, but your base just good and innocence. Despite your wounding, you somehow held on to it. Not that you don't have a motive, not that you don't have a motivation, but I think I would have crushed someone else under the weight. To even discover my own woundedness and to not call it, well, that's just the way I am. It takes a lot of patience.
That's the beauty to say, to go beyond, that's just the way I am and accept me for who I am or this.
Yeah.
That's a
let me do this
because we'll just keep talking.
Okay, so two things. Questions. You can email us, and I'm going to do this blessing here. Email us at questions.
And we got next week, yes.
At contact at michaelandconnie.com. Contact at michaelandconnie.com. You email us. You say, hey, share my name or not. Don't write 40 pages, but it's not counseling. But if you have a question about marriage, about family, about children, about sex, about anything related to love, relationships, dating, whatever, email us there. Secondly, before I speak this blessing over Connie today, Also for support, if you want to show your support, you can go to michaelandconnie.com/support. We're going to be answering your questions, but also if you say, hey, this is a blessing to us, if there's a blessing to you, just take a minute. It'd take you 2 minutes just to say, hey, I want to be a blessing to you guys. This is our ministry. And so you can go to michaelandconnie.com/support. If you got anything out of this, and I thank you for it, and we bless you for it. Now don't leave. Here we go. This is what you came for. Can I touch you?
Please. My hands are all sweaty,
right,
but touch me, please.
I speak peace, health, protection, preservation, soundness, deliverance, abundance, aboveness, prosperity, favor, Zoe, the life of God, manifest goodness, tangible goodness on you, on your womb, on the fruit of your womb, on your generations up and down, on your husband, on your marriage, on your family, on all who are connected to you and their families. Long life, length of days and peace. Years of a life worth living, days worth having in peace. Long, satisfying, abundant life. Shalom, nothing missing, nothing broken. I declare goodness over you today. I declare a supernatural day. The fruit of the Spirit, the gifts of the Spirit, all 7 spirits of God, they flow in and through you and yours today. Divine direction and override, a spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of God and God's will. The ministry of angels around you today. And God, I thank you that this day and every day, you forgive all our sins. You heal all our diseases. You redeem our lives from destruction. We're free from tragedy. You surround us with love and kindness that pursues, overtakes, and overwhelms us. You satisfy our mouths with good. Our youth is renewed like the eagles. We live long and strong. We receive the ministry of angels to us and for us in every way, shape, and form. They keep us all in all our ways. They bear us all up in their hands, lest we dash our feet against a stone. The angel of the Lord encamps around about us, our families, and our properties, and delivers, protects, and preserves us. Yes. I bind every principality, power, ruler of the darkness of this world, and all spiritual wickedness in high places. In the name of Jesus, I command you to stop and cease your maneuvers and activities against us. You have no liberty in our lives or our families in any way, shape, or form this day or any other day. I curse your plans and plots at the root. I bind every wicked spirit, every demon, every devil behind any man. In the name of Jesus, all of you are bound. I declare men are disposed to show us favor and bring good. To all of us, our families, all those connected to us and their families, and any man that attempts to bless us, I bless. Any man that attempts to curse us or bring anything other than good, anything other than God's goodness or contrary to God's goodness, to any of our lives or any of our families, I curse what they're doing. I declare it shall not work, it shall not prosper. I declare your mercy on them, Lord. I thank you that we're delivered from the violent man this day and every day. Father, I bless my wife. I bless you for her. Peace inside and out. Strengthen her, God, as we walk through this, all that we have going on. You just give her wisdom and grace, that she feels a carrying joy, that it comes together clear in her mind, and that she's productive even beyond her plans, that she's just surprised by the sense of accomplishment. God, I bless you for her today. I bless my children. Peace on them, God, as we walk through this season, that you carry them and that you continue to minister, not only as Connie and I as their parents, but that you minister to them individually and strengthen this season. Lord, I bless Pop-Pop. I bless Grandpa Dave. I bless Joe. Peace on them, in every sphere, God.
Thank you, Lord.
Health and light and joy. Peace on little puppy Kenobi today. And God, I bless all those who love us. Oh, God, I bless all those we love. Perfect that which concerns us. Let light arise. Let health arise. Let joy arise. Give wisdom, give answers, give grace. Visit them in wherever their trial and tribulation is. Manifest abundance, manifest goodness in them. Oh, God, bless them richly. We release our love and our faith toward them and with them in every sphere. God, we thank you for a supernatural day. Thank you for a day of miracles. God, today is a day of miracles. We receive it by faith.
Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
God bless
Amen.
you.
Amen.
My turn. Do me next. Do me next.
I bless you, and I declare a day of peace, inside and out, a day of joy. May you see God's goodness around every corner today. even when it appears that things may not go the way you plan, that you'll see the goodness, that you'll see God's love, even the love that he sends through others.
Yes.
I speak health over your physical body today, and I declare in the name of Jesus that you live long and strong well into your old age, every part made whole, every cell, organ, every tissue, every muscle, every joint, may it be made whole. I declare that this day you have wisdom, that you have wisdom for our family, that you have wisdom for every project, every idea you have. I declare that doors are open, that every vision, everything in your heart to do, I declare that God makes a way, that God shows and leads and guides you to the open door, to the, even maybe there's someone or something that he has to cross your path.
Yeah.
I declare favor, that you're surrounded with favor, that you see the manifestations of favor in your life this day. And I declare that you think on things that are true and honest, just, pure, lovely, and of a good report. No stress, no worry, no fear, no oppression, no depression. But your heart is filled with joy, that your heart is filled with peace, that there's a lightness and an ease to your day today. May you have a productive day. May it go well. It is well. We will continue to declare it is well.
Yes.
And we just thank God for every person that loves us, that just supports us with their encouragement, an encouraging word.
Yes.
Their love, their just, even those that tuned in today.
Bless
the fact that they see value or anything, and that they would even spend their time. I ask that God bless them this day.
Yes.
I love you. I thank God for you. And I just pray that you have a wonderful, joy-filled day, my love. In Jesus' name, amen.
I receive it. I receive it.
I love you so much.
It's our first kiss today. I bless you, baby. You do a great day, okay?
Yes. Did we lose everyone?
I don't know. We're probably gone. We don't. I wouldn't be fully dressed if she didn't bless me every day. This is our podcast. It's Coffee with Her.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. And we bless you today. Thank you guys for all of that. And let that be for you as well. You just receive it. And we got to go.
Yeah.
We'll be back next Tuesday. I don't know where, whatever.
Somewhere.
But we'll be doing it again next Tuesday. I don't care if all we got is a cell phone and a cup of Dunkin'. Love you all. Peace on you guys. Make it great. And write your questions. Send in your questions.
Yes.
Next week, we won't be doing all the explaining. We're just going to go something to ask, something to share, and then answer your questions. It's going to be a blessing. I love you all. Make it great. You're blessed today. And share this with a friend. If you think any part of it, just say, get to the prayer, skip to this, or there was this little point in this thing. Just get it out. If you think it'll encourage somebody. If you felt it, somebody else will feel it. If you said, man, that hit me. Man, sharing is caring. God bless you all. Love you all. Love you all. Love you all. All right. Bye.